Given the explosion in West, firefighters and safety crews were taking no chances as they fought this fire. The fire started about 6 o'clock this evening in Athens, which is in Henderson County, southeast of Dallas. We brought you this as breaking news during Fox 4 News at 6. This is what's left of the building and the fire tonight. Sky 4 flying above the East Texas Ag Services facility along North Underwood Street. Fox 4's Calvert Collins is on the phone with us from Athens with the latest on what happened and what's happening now. Calvert.
Yes, well, Stephen, Heather, you can see basically the building is really now what a shell of it once was. The cinder blocks have caved in. This was a wood-framed building, and now there are just piles of ash inside. But importantly, no injuries. There were no employees inside the building at the time. I want to show you what this fire looked like, a very impressive sight a little bit ago. Some Fox 4 viewers shot this on their cell phones from businesses in Athens. You can see the plume of black smoke, 6 stories high as it was described, near local businesses. This is only a block basically from the town square, so there was a lot of fear that this could get very bad very quickly. We have some pictures as well that were posted almost immediately on social media, one of an impressive look at the smoke cloud. The first call came in at 5:47, and the mayor tells me that firefighters were at the facility in downtown Athens within 2 minutes. Immediately, police evacuated a 3-block radius. Then that increased into 5 as they took every precaution. There were no employees inside the East Texas Ag Services building, but because of the ammonium nitrate inside, firefighters could not use water. Instead, just letting it burn, watching from afar, and staying back. Like I said, this is a wood-framed building. No reports of accidents from OSHA between 2009 and 2014. This building has long been a storage facility for ammonium nitrate. It gets weekly deliveries. According to what the mayor tells me, the fire chief gets a report every week of what's going in, what's coming out. And the fire happened unusually on one of Athens' busiest weekends. Starts tomorrow, the Fiddlers Contest. It is still on, according to what I'm told, and it's still going to be several more hours before people who live in this area that were evacuated can get back into their homes, since the city is waiting on the EPA to come in and evaluate the air quality before they let those folks come in for the night. So it still could be a few more hours, Steve and Heather.
Right, and that's a concern. Heather even brought up in a live interview with the mayor. You know, do we know exactly what's burning, what is being put into the air, and how long that might hang around? And
I asked specifically that he told me as far as what he knew, what was in that storage facility. They refer to this as a storage facility, not a fertilizer plant. And he said at least all that he knew of was ammonium nitrate, not anhydrous ammonia. So at least to his knowledge, we haven't been able to talk to the fire chief yet. Obviously, he's been pretty busy. So that's as far as he knows, at least what was burning, and of course would be in this surrounding area.
And of course, you've talked about a lot of the concern, but have you heard from, at that time, he didn't know exactly from talking to any of the employees or the witnesses how they thought it started specifically? Have you been hearing specific accounts of how that happened?
We have not. I was kind of pressing him on that as well. If there was no employees in the building, well then, was this an electrical, something out of their control that could have gotten started, or something maybe from the exterior, and he at this point did not have a good handle on that cause. Again, firefighters were trying to stay back because that's what they were trained to do in a situation like this, so they were not getting too close to examine where the fire started in the building, because once they realized what was burning, they immediately got further back. They realized this building was basically going to be a total loss. They weren't trying to save it or anything inside.
All right, so we're looking at the picture from Sky 4 live now, and I can't make this call, but it looks like it's about out, and I'm wondering, does everybody there think the danger has essentially passed as far as the fire goes?
As far as the fire goes, that's what the mayor tells me. I mean, I interviewed him about 30 minutes ago, and he said, at that point they weren't qualifying it as completely out because it was still smoldering. But, as far as the immediate threat, that had seemed to dissipated. Now it's about following all the procedural issues of getting the EPA to test the air quality so that people can come back in. I mean, I can tell you, as we were driving around Athens, there were folks just sitting out on their front lawns maybe half mile from where this is. So there wasn't this fear and panic that, of course, we hearing any kind of fertilizer storage facility on fire. Of course, we immediately think the worst because of what happened in West. But there was no sense of general fear or panic among the residents of Athens. Most people were just kind of milling and standing about or just talking to their neighbors.
Good for them. All right. Good for them. Calvert Collins live in Athens tonight. Thanks for the update. We'll talk to you again. Thank you.